This video goes out to my buddy in Egypt. Or was it Egypt or Turkey? No, it was Turkey. Turkey. He, and by the way, I want to say thank you to my friends in Turkey that order memory boards from me. And, but he wrote to me and he said, I have a problem with my forehand. My racket, my ball keeps flying out. I don't seem to be able to keep the ball on the court. It goes long, right? Now, chances are good, and I have not seen his swing, that the reason why this is happening is because he's swinging too much forward. He's following through forward too much and not putting enough spin on the ball. So you need to understand what is it that's going on here so that you understand the problem, okay? Now, the solution to the problem is that you have to do things. You have to become aware, number one, that you have to make contact with your forehand at the top of the racket, because by doing so, that is going to allow the racket to now go through the ball. I'm going to do that in slow motion, right? So the first thing is become aware that you have to make contact with the ball higher on the racket, right? So here's my forehand, right? Here's my forehand. I'm making contact higher on the racket, and I'm going through. That's number one. Now, the second thing that you have to understand is that in order for this to work, the swing path has to be vertical. You have to go up to be able to do that. So notice that the memory board has a strap down here that you can adjust. And what you're going to do, you are going to adjust the strap, or you are simply going to make the memory board, right, more like an angle like this. It doesn't have to be a perfect, completely straight up, let's say. You can play around with it, make it a little closer. And now what you're going to do is that you're going to try to practice going up behind the memory board without making it fall on the ground. Because by doing that, the implication is that you're no longer swinging forward that way, but you are actually going up behind the memory board and swinging behind the ball. Notice that when I do that, the rackets spin a lot. So this is your forehand. Now make sure also that when you do this, that it is the wrist that is coming up, right? See that? It is the wrist that is coming up and not the arm doing this. By the way, you will probably be able to get the ball over the net doing this sometime. But I can guarantee you this will work better. Now, I'm going to give you a tip that you can use. Take a ball, regular ball, any kind of ball, put it underneath your armpit, right? And now when you do this, try to do this without letting the ball fall out of your arm. This technique will work wonders for the forehand and to teach you to put spin on the ball, right? So try that. That should help you a lot. And keep in mind that you can do both close stance forehand and go up, and you can also do open stance forehand and go up. So remember, the problem is that your racket is traveling too much that way. The solution is that you want the racket to go up behind the ball and lift the ball, making that action. I'm using these balls because they are a lot easier to see. You can see the ball moving, you can see the spin. So again, close the face of the racket, the memory board a little bit, and there you go. I guarantee you, 1,500 or 2,000 repetitions later, you'll be just like you. So next time, I'm Jay out.